This is a 2025 Ford F350 Platinum Dually. And I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you think that Ford missed the mark on this truck? We'll discuss that in a second. I borrowed this from Garff Ford here in West Valley, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors and then standard equipment. And then here are all the options. So start weight is $995, high output, power stroke, all-terrain tires, 355 with the limited slip, FX4 package, rapid heat, engine block heater, Pro Power is now an option for Platinum for 2025, fifth wheel hitch prep package, 650, wheel well liners out front, heavy service front suspension, tough bed, retractable rear bed step, and it has the side steps. Bed hooks by Bullring, also secure code. I'll show it to you guys on the other side. Base price comes in at $81,395. Destination is now $2,095 with a total price of $103,120. Now, if you don't know, Ford did make black appearance standard for Platinum. That was not available last year. The only problem is, if you get a dually, they don't black out the whole truck. So you guys see you have the satin finish on the front grille, which looks really good actually. I like this better than bright chrome. Looks so much nicer, looks so much more upscale compared to this. However, you have the polished wheels. You have blackout for the badging here, mirror caps. They did get rid of the chrome around the windows, which I like. They painted the door handles for this year. Chrome on the running boards. And then they give you blackout back here. So I don't understand why they didn't just give at least an extra package to black out the wheels. That would be kind of cool. And then just get rid of the rest of the chrome on the truck. It should just come standard, but I just think it looks lazy in my humble opinion. I like Ford for sure, and I'm glad that they added black appearance as standard equipment. But on the single rear wheels, it's fine. On this truck, it just doesn't make sense personally. But yeah, when you get a Platinum, you get the projector headlights, painted front bumpers, and front parking sensors. You can see those projectors too. Full LED headlights and fog lights. By the way too, the trimming here used to be in that satin finish too. Now here's what I'll say. If I were buying a dually, whether it be the F350, F450, I probably would just get a Platinum Plus. It's not much more money, and I think the truck would flow a lot better without having this mismatch blackout and satin finish with chrome. I don't know, I just think it will look a little bit better. But yeah, here's a quick look at the suspension here. Solid front axle. And there's your upgrade for your liner. So this goes basically on top of the fabric material that they give you. So I don't know if I would get this upgrade personally. And then here are these all-terrain tires. These are the Michelin LTX AT2s. They don't look that much more aggressive in my opinion. Now, I like the fact that Ford does use the LT 245 75 17-inch tire size. Ram uses a 235 for some reason. I don't know why. And it has 3,195 pounds of capacity for single. Dual is 2,910 pounds, 80 psi code, load range E. Mud flaps are right here. You guys see those power to pull running boards. And as I said, they black out this. Got rid of the chrome here. Now Platinum Plus will add more chrome on your truck. So some people may not like that. Hopefully I find one in the future. I would definitely skip this guy too. Some dealerships put it right here. I might need to tell Garff. Right there looks a lot better. That looks out of place for sure. And then there are your steps. You have one on each side. So you just kick down on like that. I don't know if I would get this option. Maybe when I'm 70 years old, I'll come back to you guys and let you know if I'd get it. But I don't think it's really worth it. And if you get that FX4 package, it does give you some skid plates for that transfer case right there. Also, You get one for that 48-gallon fuel tank. 7.5-gallon DEF tank. Also, here's your suspension. You have the 4 leads in the main pack with the overload. And there's your liner. They don't complete it. I did see a truck with 100,000 miles on it, and believe it or not, that paint does not get torn up that bad. I was shocked by that. And you can kind of see the 5th wheel prep package there. And then here are the dual wheel wheels. And the rear mud flaps. There's the other step. Again, I don't know if I'd care to have that. And in the rear, you guys see, I do like the white with the blackout on the tailgate applique. Looks kind of cool. You have your clearance lights down below, LED. LED license plate lights here. You have a 7 and a 4-pin. This does have the option for the 410, but this one had the 355 with the limited slip. And there's your spare tire. Looks like a Michelin. Is it a Michelin? I can't see. Yeah, it's a Michelin. Full LED taillights. And that's kind of why I like the Platinum trim, is they give you just common sense features. Especially when you're spending this much money too. Because a Lariat can get pretty expensive too. Now they made the power in the bed an option, so if you don't get that, you don't get any power in the bed, which is kind of silly. Especially for this kind of money. You guys see there? You have a 7-pin and a 12-way plug, bed lights, camera, power sliding glass with defrost, and you guys probably saw on the window sticker this, and they give it to you just in the center on both sides. It's a nice option to have, and you still have your tie downs around the bed. You guys probably noticed too, this truck didn't have that $1,495 twin panel. And if you want to put this up, it is power. But yeah, this is definitely a nice truck. I just think that Ford could have done a better job completing the blackout for sure, especially with Ram. Ram is just killing it with blackout. Maybe if I have a chance, I'll drive this truck over and compare one. Lastly, chrome tips right here. One of the biggest advantages to this F350 dually is you have the option to get a gas engine, which is going to give you class-leading payload. But if you want the most powerful engine in the HD Super Duty segment, this is it. 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, 10-speed transmission behind it, which is a 10R140. They still use the CP4. I don't know if I'll be able to show it to you guys. It's in the valley right here. So now I can't show it to you. Also, anytime you get the Pro Power, you do get the dual alternators too. So yeah, all in all, this is truly one of the best performing diesels, and it has some of the best cooling in the business. The interior for 2025 did change. You guys can probably tell they gave it that blue accent versus the caramel, a little bit of suede, and you have like this really cool wood design, seat memories, power for your mirrors, power folding, auto up and down for the front windows, but you gotta hold it for the rears. Contouring seats right here, so that's the button for that. Then you have a platinum badge. And then here's some of the controls on the side here. Power pedals, electronic parking brake, power steering column. Let's check out the passenger side. Love the speaker grills. And then check out these wide cushions, or that blue. Also up top here, tilt headrests. I'm not sure if you guys can even see that blue stitching there. Perforated leather. And they give you the black liner for the interior. Also, storage. Now here's what I'll tell you. If you get that heavy service front suspension, it does not give you the certification for this, so I almost wonder if it's just better to get the camper package versus the heavy service package. I don't know. I think that I would skip that because I don't understand why you would buy a truck like this without that camper package, because most people, if they are looking to get that type of camper, they're probably going to get a dually truck, so they should just come standard with it personally. 60/40 bench. But yeah, no ventilated seats in the second row, although no HD truck has that. 120 volt power plug. They did remove the 12 volt from back here. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. Guys can see the heads up display right there. Yeah, this is definitely still a really nice truck. Now I wanted to show you guys something really quickly because I haven't seen this in a long time. Completely forgot about it too. So right here, you guys can see there's a sensor right here. This sensor, I believe, is for the onboard scales. And I just saw it on the screen here, right? Where's that? Onboard scales. It does show you the payload, but I'll show you guys all the numbers on the door here in a second. But yeah, this is for the scales. Here's the other mode for it too. Love the split screen there. Now if you go back to features, you also probably saw the onboard power. I don't know why Ford got rid of this for standard equipment. I'm pretty sure some people who bought 2023 and 2024 pickups were super happy they did, because they just really neutered these trucks just a little bit. And if you want to control your running boards, you have a few things here. Also, if you go to settings and you want to control your seats, there is a button, as you guys saw on the side of the seat, but I like to do it this way personally. There's 3 levels of intensity. It does seat bottom and top. GMC only gives you seat top for your back, and that's it. Although they do allow you to adjust the shoulder and the side bolstering on the seat too. Of course, you have heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. This one also has that wireless charger, 2 USBs, nice cover there. This does slide still. And the center console looks great. I like the blue better than the caramel. And then you have the Type-C USBs. They do illuminate this area too. At the very top, it's so weird seeing a Platinum without the roof, and you don't have any of the auxiliary switches too. That used to be standard for this truck. Home links right there. And last thing I'll show you guys, and then I'll show you the payload here. I always show this. It's my favorite thing to do. Go to gauges. Love this. Your temperatures, diesel measurements are right here. Yeah. Let's go and check out the payload. Front gross axle weight rating is increased to 5,990. The rear is 9,900 pounds. 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating, 17 by 6.5 wide wheels, and that axle code is a 3K with the 355 limited slip. And as you guys probably saw on the screen there, 5,314 pounds of payload. Tire pressure is 75 out front, 65 in the rear. I hope you guys liked the video. As I said, I think that this is kind of a very lazy attempt at blacking out trucks. I know the blackout for some people is getting kind of old, and it's been around for what, about a little over a decade maybe? I don't think it's been around that long really, not for trucks at least. I think Ford might have got into this 2018, 2019 maybe, but yeah, this is a nice truck still. I just think, come on Ford, give us the rest of the package blacked out.